My name is Emma Blessing Jesusebe, serving in Anambra State, Oluba North Community High School. Today is the student skill acquisition training, so I'm the skill acquisition trainer. I'll be taking you through the various practical teaching. Join me, let's write together.
Yeah, in a sequential order, all the materials needed to carry out the baking process were all sought out for, among which were the flour, the baking powder, the yeast, the salt, the egg, the butter, the nutmeg, water, and then the milk, and then the groundnut oil, and other items needed to carry out this process. And the aim was to produce chinchin, donuts, and buns.
Maybe for example, you at home you don't have butter, you can use your groundnut oil as your butter.
Having given several instructions, the students were able to pay attention to the lucrative skill of baking, and without wasting much of the time, they were given opportunity to mix the flour as they were instructed. And of course, they gladly mixed it up, and it was a wonderful experience for each and every one of them. While the mixing was going on, several ingredients were added to the flour so as to ensure sweet, delicious donuts that will be baked at the end of the production. Few students were selected to assist in the several processes that will be carried out in the production of the buns, the chinchin, and the donuts. And of course, they excellently assisted very well, and they were happy they did, and they learned a lot from being selected to join those who should assist in the mixing, in the making of fire, and in the frying process. It was a wonderful experience for each and every one of them.
Next thing is egg. We are not going to put this egg for so maybe you want to do your own at home, you can add egg to it. So now once you put water, like
The next item that was added was water, and this water was added because there is a need to turn the powder flour to a moist state where all the ingredients can be evenly distributed across the flour, and that was why water was added. And before you know it, it was totally turned to a moist state, and the students, without relenting, continue to mix it up thoroughly, even as there is no physical machine to do the mixing process, because it is necessary to mix it up very well so that it will be well mixed up.
I'm not using this mixing machine, so you need to mix very well. You need to mix it very well so that it will form a perfect glue. So you need to mix it.
Just as instructed, the students continue to mix it up since there is no availability of a mixing machine which ought to have done this job for them. And indeed, look at how the flour has been well mixed up and is now in its moisture state. Kudos goes to Copper Blessing for teaching the students on how to mix flour to this state. And of course, look at it. Look at the flour. It is well mixed up now and ready to be covered for the next 1 hour. It was well covered just as she have instructed, and then afterwards they began the mixing of the flour for chinchin. Accurate measurement was also carried out for the making of the chinchin, and then flour was first of all added to the bowl, and then sugar was added, baking powder was added, and all other necessary ingredients were added as it is necessary. The students, being industrious, they were also ready to help out in the mixing of the flour needed to be used to make the chinchin. And of course, after all of that, another ingredient was also added. And to ensure proper learning, the students take their notes and their pen and they will put it down the necessary item as the instructor was giving them what is needed to make each of the item they were about to make. They started by carrying out the measurement of donuts and the items needed for the making of donuts. As you can see, some of the students were writing down what is necessary to carry out the making of donuts and the chinchin and then the buns. And then all the items that was listed out to them by the instructor, Copper Blessing, they were writing them down without hesitation. And many of them were eager and ready to see the end result of all the processes they have been going through in the making of these 3 items they are ready to make. And of course, the teacher continued to tell them one instruction upon the other. After all ingredients have been mixed up in the chinchin, the cutting began immediately because it only took few minutes to allow the chinchin flour to get mixed up because there was no yeast added. There was no yeast added to enable the rising of the flour of the chinchin. But for the donut flour, a space of 1 hour was given so that the yeast added can rise up as to make the donuts much more plenty than as it was in the beginning. And the principal, in a coordinated order, instruct the students to sit down while they learn this basic skill. And then without hesitation, the flour for the donut was ready and it was then rolled into different shapes as it is needed and beautiful. These are still some other students who were also selected to help in the rolling of the donuts as it is needed and beautiful. And of course, they without being tired, they continue to do their job and to ensure that they learn this skill with all zeal and passion so that it can be useful to them tomorrow.
You can use your hands to hold it and just put inside. Or you can use your round cutter. If you don't have this round cutter, you can use your cup. You want to have round mouth. You can use your cup to just be taking it.
Firewood was a source of heat energy for the frying, and then after it was made, the chinchin was being fried sequentially.
Hi guys, my name is Johnson Harriet. I'm from Community High School of Corpers 7. Today is catering, so we're teaching the students how to make donuts and chinchin so that they can acquire a little bit of skills that we have there. They'll have an idea on it and take home later in future can be a benefit to them. Thank you. I'm from Orumba, North Anambra State. Wow.
Hi, my name is Comrade NSTY. I'm a core member serving in Community High School, Orumba North Local Government area of Anambra State. We are teaching the students skills acquisition basically how to make donuts and education without practicals or skill is actually a waste. So we feel we teach the student, we train in the class, and then the practical aspect too. We will actually have a beneficial impact on them in the later life. Thank you very much.
Core members assisted also in the making of the fire and the frying process, as the students were also guided on what to do on the frying of the chinchin, the donuts and the buns.
Wow, thank you for watching to this end. So thank you so much for joining us in this practical teachings and practical training that we have taken this student through. We are corpers from Community High School, Obu, Orumba North, Anambra State. And we wish you join us some other time when we'll be showing some programs like this. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.